For the first time since 2003, the Mississippi State Bulldogs visit Neyland Stadium. Like Tennessee, the Dogs are 2-4 on the season. Unlike the boys from Starkville, though, the Volunteers are still looking for their first SEC victory of 2008. Hi, everybody. Rick Russo coming to you fieldside at Neyland Stadium, where Tennessee is 2-1 this year. However, both those wins have come against non-conference opponents UAB and Northern Illinois. Now, despite those early season troubles, Tennessee remains a team united, looking to turn around its fortunes here in the season's second half, beginning with a big win over the Bulldogs. As was the case last year in Starkville, the Vols are expecting a physical battle, and being reminded of that are the players by head coach Philip Fulmer inside the locker room.
Yeah, I want to say how much I appreciate how you guys have gone about your business this weekend. With as tough as it's been, it could have been like pulling teeth to go out there on Tuesday and Wednesday. Okay, you guys responded extremely well. You're a good football team, very fine football team. Played some good teams. Haven't played our best yet. Tonight, we play our best. Tonight is the best football game of the year. Everybody mindset to that. Go out there and execute and do your thing. I am tired of people coming up to me and saying, keep your head up, coach. Keep your head up, coach. It's going to be all right. You're a good football team. You have nothing to take a back seat to anybody about. But you got to go to the game field and show it. You go to the practice field. You know what you're ready to do. You know what you have to do. They want to talk about physical. You make it physical. You make it physical for 60 minutes. You take the challenge to keep the ball away from running football or executing the pass game. It doesn't matter. Being efficient in what we do. Not giving them a chance, okay, because we're in the wrong place at the wrong time, doing our job for 60 minutes. Being disciplined. That means ball security. That means ball security. And efforts to get the ball back. That means doing my job. That means penalty discipline. Front is front, back is back. It's really a pretty simple football game. You get two teams, they're both good football teams. The team that makes the fewest of those kind of mistakes will win the ball game. Let's make sure we show them that we know how to play Tennessee football. We've done it before, and by gosh, it's time that we start doing it again tonight.
A win tonight would be victory number 150 all-time for the Dean of SEC coaches, but those Bulldogs have other ideas. It's Tennessee and Mississippi State coming up right after this timeout.
And ladies and gentlemen, it's football time in Tennessee. There's the kick going down to Pegues at the 5-yard line. He bobbles the ball, runs it down at the 10, gets back to the 15-yard line, and he's buried. Lots of orange shirts down there, led by Nick Reves, leading the way for Tennessee, and also down there was Ja'Cory Williams. A return of 9 by Pegues, but not what Mississippi State wanted on that kickoff return as it was bobbled. So Tyson Lee comes out for the Bulldogs, 5'11", 190, a junior out of Columbus, Mississippi. He was a junior college player, walked on the team in January, and has wrestled the starting spot away from Wesley Carroll. He's thrown a couple of touchdowns this year, no interceptions. He's thrown 93 passes without an interception since he has moved into the quarterback spot. They're in an I formation, toss sweep right going to Dixon, and he's bottled up and dropped. Wes Brown got out there, and Eric Berry came up, and Nevin McKenzie also there. And so Tennessee really got a lot of orange shirts in front of Dixon, and that's a loss of 3 on that first down play for the Bulldogs. Tim, we notice a change. John Chavis apparently has moved upstairs today, and Steve Caldwell is on the sideline.
He is. John Chavis has been on the sideline for a long time, likes to look players in the eye, but apparently he wants a better view of what's going on against his defense.
So the Bulldogs lose 3 on first down. It'll be 2nd down and 13 back at the 13-yard line for the Bulldogs. Lee back to throw, pumps a screen pass, and throws another screen pass to the other side. Good yardage that time as Mississippi State gets it out to the 28-yard line. They faked the dump off left to Dixon, and then they threw it right, another screen pass, and it was set up beautifully, and it goes to the fullback, Arnell Stallworth. That was pretty well designed, Tim.
It was very well designed, and nice soft touch by the quarterback. He just laid it out there and let him play, and frankly, Tennessee's defense was playing for the first screen.
So that's a pickup of 15 yards, enough for a first down, and the Bulldogs move it out to the 28-yard line. Lee is a pretty nifty operator for this Mississippi State team. He can run around a little bit as well. Under center, backs in the eye on a first down play from the 28. Handoff Dixon up the middle. Not much there, but he falls forward out to the 30-yard line, a pickup of 2.
Bob, Woody McCorvey, who runs the offensive coordinator at Mississippi State, long time on Tennessee's staff, he's matched up against John Chavis in a lot of scrimmage. They know each other very well. Be interesting to see the chess match that goes on tonight between them.
Dixon last week against Vanderbilt, 27 carries for 107 yards. Last year against Tennessee, 26 carries, 108 yards, and a touchdown. Also had a 30-yard run mixed in on that. 2nd down and 8, Mississippi State from its own 30-yard line. Under center is Lee. Drops to throw, rolls near side, sets up, fires open in the seam as Aubrey Bell. He's got a 1st down out to the 42-yard line. Bell moved the pocket left, and Bell came open. Demetrius Morley makes the stop, but Timmy was open in the middle of the Tennessee secondary.
The immediate impression of Tyson Lee is very good. Very poised on the screen pass. That time he rolled left, pulled his shoulders around and squared up and hit a strike right in the deep curl route.
Bell picks up 13 yards on that catch, and so Mississippi State's clicked off a couple of 1st downs, and the Bulldogs have it out to the 43-yard line on this opening drive. Bunch pattern to the right, ball on the left hash mark. Lee hands off to the tailback. Dixon just looking for any kind of room up the middle, and he's really bottled up. Tennessee stuffed that one that time. It was Nevin McKenzie there and Dan Williams down on the bottom of the pile. A pickup of 1 for Anthony Dixon.
So far, Tennessee's done a very good job against Dixon and State's run game, but Tyson Lee's had 2 1st down passes against him.
Dixon has scored 26 rushing touchdowns in his career. He's 1 behind the all-time leader at Mississippi State, Michael Davis. 2nd down 9, Bulldogs at Mississippi State's 43-yard line. Backs in the I formation. Lee is under center. Lee fakes the handoff, rolls right, sets up, looks for a screen pass. Tennessee has it covered. Lee keeps rolling right now. He just dumps the ball into the Tennessee bench. Tennessee really had that one defended nicely, as Tennessee got good pressure on Lee as he was rolling right, and Rico McCoy didn't take the fake and kept pushing him back and back. In fact, ran him about 25 yards backward before he just dumped the ball.
He sure did. McCoy did a nice job not leaving his feet too soon and just staying with the quarterback and harassing him into making a throw out of bounds.
So it's 3rd down and right at 9 yards to go. Tennessee's going to get 6 defensive backs in there on this 3rd down play. Lee has been very accurate throwing the ball this year. He's hitting 63% of his passes. Lee will operate out of the shotgun, a bunch pattern. They send a man in motion, McCray, to the right side. And now Lee retreats to throw. Sets up, got time, fires right sideline. That's complete to the guy in motion. McCray breaks a tackle, gets into Tennessee territory, down to the 39-yard line, and he's ridden out of bounds.
Confusion in Tennessee secondary. I don't know what's going on. They had the Mustang, and there was some confusion between Morley and Rogan in the safety positions as to who went to which side, and they ended up leaving a receiver open.
Tim, do you think it's because McCray was the guy in motion across the formation? Somebody just lost him.
Maybe it was that way. They seemed to be lost before he ever started in motion, but there was certainly confusion.
That's his 34th catch of the year. Last year he just had 2 for the entire season. Pickup of 19 yards down to the Tennessee 38-yard line. Handoff Dixon over right tackle, stretches the play out, and ridden down at the 35-yard line. Just a short gain on that. Pickup of 3. D'Angelo Willingham makes the tackle. It was Dupree, the ball carrier. Christian Dupree, the other tailback, the junior from Lacombe, Louisiana. And Dupree's also a tough guy to bring down. He's got a little more speed than Dixon. Dixon's kind of the sledgehammer, and Dupree will give you a little wrinkle outside.
Thanks to the industry's first electric power steering system, the Grizzly 700 stands alone as the world's #1 big bore ATV. A hard act to follow until now.
He's 4 of 5 on this drive for 58 yards. This is the 10th play of this drive, and it's already chewed up almost 5 minutes of this first quarter. No score. Under center is Lee on 1st down from the Tennessee 25-yard line. Handoff Dixon, pops it to the outside, cuts it up, and fumbles the football, but Mississippi State falls on it. He fumbled it, but Quentin Salisbury, the tackle, was right there to recover it. It's a pickup of 6, and Mississippi State gets a break.
They sure do. Tennessee has really keyed on Dixon, and they have stopped him so far, but they have not had an answer for Tyson Lee in the early drive here.
DeMonte Bolden is the guy who got out there and knocked the ball free. This is also an amazing stat. Tennessee has not recovered an opponent's fumble all season. That's the 3rd one they forced, but they haven't recovered any of them. 2nd down and 4. Mississippi State now down to the Tennessee 19-yard line. Dixon comes in motion from his tailback spot. Tennessee's blitzing. Lee back there, being pressured. Cuts it up, and he's going to be slung to the ground. The ball pops free, but a tackle falls on it. They're going to say that it was he was down when he was hit. Chris Walker is the guy who spun him to the turf, and now Lee is slow to get up. Tyson Lee trying to scramble around with Tennessee chasing him, and finally Chris Walker got him, and when Lee hit the turf, he lost the football, and now he is really shaken up. They're attending to him now on the Mississippi State bench. So into the game comes Wesley Carroll, 6'1", 190 sophomore. He started the first 2 games of the year, but didn't take care of the ball very well, so Lee came in for him, but Carroll now into the contest. Rolling out on 3rd down and 9. Carroll being pressured, fires the pass, incomplete, as he just really threw the ball away, as Tennessee got good pressure by Alex Wilson. And so Carroll, in a tough situation, rolls right and throws the ball away. Didn't throw the interception. That'll get the field goal unit out there. And so Adam Carlson will come on to attempt this field goal, the opening drive, with 8:44 to go here in the first quarter. This will be a 39-yard attempt, almost in the middle of the field. Carlson, 4 of 7 this year, and as long as 42. Carlson trying to give Mississippi State the lead. Waiting for the snap. It's a good one. The kick is on the way, and that kick is up, and that kick is no good. The kick is no good, and Tennessee's defense gets off the field without State scoring a point. Carlson hooks that field goal, and now Tennessee will get the football.
Bob, it was a little bit of a reminder, too much of a reminder of last week when Georgia got the football and held it so long. Mississippi State held that ball almost 7 minutes on their opening drive.
Carlson hooked it, didn't miss by much, but it missed. 13 plays, 62 yards, and no points. Tennessee now comes out with Nick Stevens at quarterback, operating out of the shotgun. First pass over the middle, slant pattern is complete to Arian Foster. Foster, as they emptied the backfield, came out in the slot. A quick slant, Fitzhugh gets the tackle, but Arian Foster picks up 19 yards on play number 1, and it's out to the 42-yard line, first down. That's a new wrinkle.
Yeah, it is a new wrinkle. 5 wide receivers, 2 right, 3 left. Nobody in the backfield except Stevens. It spread the defense out, and Tennessee took advantage.
Now Tennessee back to the I formation on first down from the 43-yard line. Scoreless midway through the first quarter. Stevens hands off, tailback. This time he's just gobbled up in the backfield. Arian Foster is hit before he could even get started. Brought the middle linebacker, Dominic Douglas, and the defensive end, Charlie Burns, on that side. That's -1.
Bob, Tennessee came out with a fullback. Mississippi State had 4 down linemen, 3 linebackers. As soon as they saw the fullback tight end set, safety ran up, and they really had a 4-4. Tennessee just couldn't block them.
Nick Stevens completing just 49% of his passes, and that's one thing they really want him to bring up. But he's thrown 3 touchdowns and no interceptions, and that's something the coaches like as well. Second down and 11, ball at the 41-yard line. Stevens out of the shotgun, rolls left, fires the ball in the flat. It's completed, but it was a diving catch to Brandon Warren. Not much yardage on that. A pickup of 3. Warren had to make the catch diving for it. So now it's going to be Tennessee with a football. Third down at the 44-yard line. Not much Brandon could do with that one, Tim.
No, it wasn't. He got all he could get just diving and catching it, but it's 3rd and almost 9 now. Really didn't get much out of that second down play or first down, obviously.
Yep, Tennessee is 10th in the SEC in third down conversions, and they've got one here on this opening drive. 3rd and 8 from the Tennessee 44-yard line. 3 wideouts to the right. Stevens empties the backfield out of the shotgun. Retreats to throw. Fires over the middle through the hands of the intended receiver, Gerald Jones, down at the 45-yard line. He was wide open, and Gerald Jones just let it go right through his hands. Incomplete. Stevens, I don't think, could have thrown that ball any better.
He let him just right. Jones, it was like he didn't even see the ball. He stuck his hands out, and it went right over his hands. It looked like he didn't even see it, but Stevens put it right on the money, and Jones didn't make the play.
Yeah, can't fault Stevens on that one. Britton Colquitt now comes in to punt for Tennessee as the Volunteers have it 4th and 8. No score, 6:48 to go first quarter. And Colquitt stands back at his own 30. Hangs this one high. A lazy spiral that's going to be short and out of bounds. So he was angling for the deep corner, trying to kick the ball away from Derek Pegues, but he didn't hit that one very well. It's only a 25-yard punt. And so the Bulldogs will have excellent field position. No score, 6:40 to go first quarter. Tennessee and Mississippi State here at Neyland Stadium. 6:40 to go first quarter, no score. Tennessee did get a first down, but then they had to punt the ball back to Mississippi State. The Bulldogs had it first. They drove down, put a nice drive together, but missed a field goal. So Mississippi State has it for the second time, and Wesley Carroll is back at quarterback in release of Tyson Lee, who's down still on the Mississippi State Bulldog bench. He's talking to the doctors, trying to let him go back in the game, but I don't know if they're ready to do that just yet. So Carroll out of the shotgun on first down. Handoff Dixon. Dixon breaks it to the 40-yard line and out across the 40 to the 41, where he's ridden down by Demetrius Morley. That time he really got a good burst to the line of scrimmage over right guard and picks up 11 yards.
First running play that's come out of the spread offense, where he ran parallel to the line of scrimmage, saw an opening and took off. Tennessee had pretty much stymied him out of the power eye, but that time it worked.
Wesley Carroll is much more of just a drop-back type passer, as Tyson Lee is on the bench trying to walk around a little bit, but still not looking like he's anywhere near coming back into the game. From the 41-yard line, first down, handoff Dixon, and Dixon powers over right guard for a couple. Pickup of 2. Dan Williams in the middle, along with Wes Brown on the stop of Anthony Dixon. Mississippi State from the 43-yard line. Out of the shotgun this time, Wesley Carroll. Tennessee a 4-man front. Carroll keeps it, rolls to the near side, fires the pass. It's going to be bobbled and dropped at the Tennessee 45-yard line. Brandon McCray went high to get it, but he bobbled it and dropped it, and Eric Berry was right there on him. Tough catch. He was a little bit high for the 6'4" wide receiver.
And it was high because of pressure by Elix Wilson. He came from the middle linebacker, but when he sees the quarterback break contain on either side, it looks like his job is get pressure on the quarterback. He did, and I think he caused the throw to go high.
Carroll in his career at Mississippi State last year, he had 11 for his career, has 11 touchdown passes, but 13 interceptions. So he has put the ball in harm's way a lot during his career. Carroll out of the shotgun on third down, steps up, fires. That pass is dropped at midfield, dropped by Jamale Smith, right in his hands at the first down marker, but Smith dropped it, and so now the Bulldogs have to punt the ball back to Tennessee. So Carroll didn't get a lot of help.
He didn't, and he got good pressure again. That time Wes Brown beat the right tackle and got good pressure on Carroll, but the receiver just dropped the throw.
Alex Wilson was right there to hit him when the ball got there. And to punt the ball, Blake McAdams for Mississippi State hits a low driving kick to Gerald Jones. Will feel it his own 20, and then he's hit down right away at the 21-yard line. And Gerald Jones now is slow to get up. 36-yard punt, a 1-yard return, and Gerald Jones got hit by Zach Smith. And now Jones is still down on the field. Back at Neyland Stadium, Tennessee and Mississippi State scoreless. 5:13 to go here in the first quarter. Gerald Jones got on his feet and walked off the field, but they are tending to him, looking at his right knee on the Tennessee bench. Tennessee has the ball first down at its own 23-yard line in a scoreless game. Nick Stevens, the quarterback. Stevens pops up. His pass is deflected at the line of scrimmage and knocked down. Austin Rogers now in for Gerald Jones. At that wide receiver spot, he comes in motion across the formation. Second down and 10, Tennessee. Handoff Montario Hardesty, the tailback, and he's stoned at the line of scrimmage. Just stuffed by Mississippi State. Dominic Douglas, the middle linebacker, comes up and hit him right in the hole. Not much push there. Stevens waits for the snap against a 3-man front. Gets it, drops to throw. Has plenty of time, fires a deep sideline pattern behind the intended receiver. Incomplete, and now a late flag comes down. Jasper O'Quinn was battling with Montario Hardesty. The pass was well behind him, but they're going to say maybe that O'Quinn grabbed him. Hardesty was running down the field, and the ball sailed behind him. This might be...
I think it's against Hardesty. I think Hardesty grabbed. Hardesty was not looking back at the ball. He was coming down the sidelines. I guess he just thought he was a decoy, but he quit running the route. He was just running along.
Pass interference. Penalties declined. 4th down.
Good call, Tim. Yeah, he grabbed
He
him.
reached because he thought the guy was going to intercept it, but if he just chokes his motor down, he's wide open out there, but he looked like he wasn't even trying to run a route.
So Tennessee will send the punting team out again. 4th down and 8. Clock stopped with 4:25 to go. The dangerous Derek Pegues is back Mississippi State is last in the SEC in punt returns. There's the snap, and Britton sails one. A high, booming spiral. Pegues signals for and makes a fair catch back at the 23-yard line. Injury update for Mississippi State. Tyson Lee is back into the game. So he was injured earlier, but he's back in there, and he tries an inside handoff to Decree, the tailback, and he's going to be stuffed and shoved back. Gerald Williams makes the stop along with Andre Mathis. So Tennessee gets two of the young defensive players in that line trying to get some depth built up. Mathis, the junior from Erie, Pennsylvania, and Gerald Williams, the sophomore from Lauderdale Lakes, Florida.
They'd like to have Walter Fisher as that third defensive tackle, but he's got a toe injury, and Mathis is taking his place, and the coaches say Mathis has made a lot of progress.
Pickup of 2 for Christian Decree. These teams really struggle to score, and we're scoreless here in the first quarter with 3:41 to go. Tyson Lee out of the shotgun, pumps, fires the ball underneath, and that pass is complete to Korek Riley out to the 30-yard line, a pickup of 6. It's 3rd down, 2 to go. Mississippi State at its own 30-yard line. Lee fakes the handoff, bootleg, pass complete. Coming out is Delman Robinson on the catch as he came out the backside. Picks up enough for a first down, a pickup of 6. Demetrius Morley makes the stop as Tyson Lee fakes the handoff left, bootlegs to the right, and Robinson was wide open for the first down.
Again, very impressive. He's only 5'11", and he's throwing over a 6'4" defensive end, but he just floats it right out there, gives his receiver a good soft ball to catch.
A lot of touch on his passes, too. It's out to the 37-yard line. First down, Mississippi State in the scoreless game with 2:39 to go in the first quarter. Lee is under center this time. The back's in the I formation. Dixon, the standing tailback. They fake it to him. Lee sets up, winds up, fires long down the field. McCray is wide open, and he's overshot. He was 5 yards behind the nearest Tennessee safety man, and Lee just put too much on it. And he overthrew Brandon McCray, who was wide open at the 15-yard line.
Bob, the man-to-man coverage was by the cornerback Dennis Rogan, and it sure looked like he thought he had safety help on the inside, because when the receiver broke off to go deep in there, he certainly hesitated. It may have been another bust in the secondary, but Tennessee did get away with it that time thanks to the overthrow.
State had a play but couldn't hook up on it. 2nd down and 10. Last week, Lee was 12 of 22 against Vanderbilt. Delay handoff, tailback Dixon up the middle, picks up a couple. Shy of the 40-yard line, he's ridden down by Rico McCoy, a pickup of 2. Dixon's one of those guys, you just can't give him the ball enough. He'll just keep grinding you.
Tennessee's done a really nice job on him so far. One good play out of the spread, but now that stop brings up 3rd and 8. Big down for Tennessee. Tennessee's had trouble with this in the last couple of games.
Dixon, 7 carries for 19 yards. The Bulldogs have picked up 2 third down conversions in this first quarter, which now has less than 2 minutes to go. Lee will operate out of the shotgun with a bunch pattern to the left. Now they break it, and they send McCray in motion across the formation. Lee out of the shotgun, being pressured. He's going to be hit, and he's dropped back at the 31-yard line. Tennessee got great pressure that time. Eric Berry and Alex Wilson get back in the backfield, and they finally knock down Tyson Lee for a loss of 8. It was Alex Wilson who got there first.
Really? First time I can remember seeing Berry blitz in a long time, but they brought 2 of their faster defenders, and they were able to make the play.
Dennis Rogan drops deep to get Blake McAdams' punt. His dad, Johnny McAdams, played here at Tennessee and is coach at Ripley High School. McAdams gets it, bangs it, high spiral. This is going to be returned by Dennis Rogan at the 25-yard line. Rogan is going to be hit and finally swarmed under at the 35. 44-yard punt by McAdams and a 9-yard return. Dominic Douglas makes the tackle for Mississippi State on the coverage. And so Nick Stevens brings his team out again. Stevens making his 3rd start. He was 10 of 17 for 156 yards and a touchdown against Northern Illinois. 13 of 30 last week for 208, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions against Georgia. 1st and 10, Tennessee in a scoreless game at its own 35-yard line. Lennon Creer now at tailback for Tennessee. So they've used all 3 tailbacks so far here in the first quarter. Creer gets the handoff, cuts it back against the grain, and spins it out close to the 40-yard line. Not much there, but he was able to cut it back and pick up 5.
Again, Tennessee came with a tight end, and Mississippi State walked a safety up, but right before the snap that time, Pegues backed out. They only ended up with 7 defenders close, and Tennessee picked up 5.
2nd and 5. 24 seconds and counting left to go here in the first quarter in a scoreless game. 2nd down, 5 at the 40. Tennessee with the ball, tight end to the right. Briscoe comes in motion back toward the formation, and the handoff up the middle to Creer again, and he just puts his head down, gets what he can. Gets a couple. Dominic Douglas makes the stop. That's a pickup of 3. So we expected a defensive struggle, and that's what we have so far through the first quarter. At the end of 1 at Neyland Stadium, our score is Tennessee 0 and Mississippi State 0. Break for our stations. Back in a moment. This is Tennessee football on the Vol Network. Start the second quarter. Tennessee has it 3rd down and 3. Tennessee only had 9 plays in the first quarter. Remember last week, Tennessee only had 45 plays for the entire game. At this rate, Tennessee will just have 36 plays in the game, so they've got to pick it up. They got a chance here to get a first down on 3rd and 3. Handoff tailback up the middle. Lennon Creer running hard. He's got his first down, and he's shoved back as he gets to the 47-yard line. Still didn't get him off his feet. Running hard. Pegues, the safety, comes up, but Tennessee's got a first down.
And they did it with 9 in the box. They had 6, actually 4 linemen, 2 linebackers right on the line of scrimmage, 2 right behind them, and a back running by. But they got a crease, they got a better push, and Creer found the soft spot.
After the Tennessee timeout, the Volunteers have it 1st and 10 at their own 47 in this scoreless game here in the second quarter. Stevens back to throw a deep sideline pattern. That's complete to Austin Rogers, but he's wrapped up after a pickup of just a couple, and then he's shoved backwards. So Austin Rogers makes the catch, but he's hit right away by Jasper O'Quinn, the cornerback. Tim, that's a long throw, a deep sideline pattern.
That's a long throw, and just Mississippi State reacted. They're not giving much cushion outside. They're lining up pretty tight on the wide receivers and the slot receiver.
Denarius Moore flanked out wide to the right, and the tight end Luke Stalker way to the left. He comes back in motion toward the formation on 2nd down and 7. Fake a toss sweep. Now Stevens rolls out, little bootleg. That's complete to the fullback out of the backfield, and out of bounds goes Kevin Cooper. Good enough for a first down to the 42-yard line. So they faked the action going left and then came back right to the fullback out of the backfield, a pickup of 8. Good play by Stevens.
A little different look at it. They faked a pitch sweep when they came back that time instead of a direct run.
Downstairs to Mike.
Yeah, Bob, Kevin Cooper that time comes out, looks like he's going to block the outside linebacker. He kind of sneaks inside, turns around. Nice catch by him. That's a good execution of the fullback play.
That's his 6th catch of the year, by the way, a pickup of 8. First down, Tennessee down to the Mississippi State 42-yard line. Stevens out of the shotgun. The Bulldogs showing a 5-man front, and they're moving right at the snap. Here's Stevens back to throw, being blitzed. Stevens gets away from the first guy, gets away from the second one, looks for running room down to the 30, down to the 25-yard line. Athletic play by the Tennessee quarterback. As he was really bottled up in the backfield, he broke a tackle, and then he just found some running room and got it down, a pickup of 19 yards. Jimmy Holmes finally rolls him down.
And Tennessee's leading rusher on the night, Nick Stevens.
Good play out in front as Tennessee got some linemen downfield. I think Josh McNeil was down there to throw a block. 7th play of this drive, another first down for Tennessee. 1st and 10 at the Mississippi State 23-yard line, looking for the first points of the night. Stevens under center, backs in the I formation. And they'll try Arian Foster up the middle, and Foster is hit and dropped. Pickup of just a couple. And again, that very active linebacker, Carlin Brown, the 5'9" sophomore out of Tallahassee, and Marcus Washington, the cornerback, make the stop on Arian Foster. Foster coming into the game tonight, 4th on the all-time Tennessee rushing list. Needs 117 yards tonight to catch Johnny Jones for 3rd spot. Picked up 2 on that rush. 2nd down and 8 down to the Mississippi State 21-yard line. Tennessee with 34 rushing yards tonight to Mississippi State's 15. They've had much better passing numbers this evening. Here's Stevens, play fake. Being pressured in the backfield, breaks the containment. Now Stevens is going to be taken down by his shoelaces at the 20-yard line. State saw that play coming. They blitzed Stevens in the backfield, but he was able to make an athletic play to get away from that blitzer, Brandon Cooper. And then rolling left, he was finally tripped up by Dominic Douglas. Got a couple on the play. Ran a lot to get 1 yard. Down to the 20-yard line is where they're going to mark it. 3rd down and 7. 11:43 to go. Second quarter, no score. Tennessee has it 3rd and 7 at the Bulldog 20-yard line. 2 wide outs to the right. Stevens will back into the shotgun. The ball on the left hash mark. Now he empties the backfield as Arian Foster flanks out wide to the left. 3-man front, they're dropping 8. Stevens, little quick pass, skips. Incomplete to Arian Foster. Foster was along this near sideline, and the pass skipped on one hop. Incomplete. It'll be 4th and 7.
Didn't look like he's going to make the first down if he catches it. There's 3 defenders closing on him. Not Tennessee's best play.
And so now Tennessee will bring the field goal unit out. And coming on to try a field goal attempt is Daniel Lincoln. He's 5 of 9 on the year, as long as 47. So he'll try this one. This will be a 37-yard attempt. He's 3 of 5 from this distance. It's almost in the middle of the field. There's the snap, the kick on the way. Now that kick is good, and Daniel Lincoln gets Tennessee on the board. Good snap by Morgan Cox and a good hole by Bram Cannon. And Daniel Lincoln gives Tennessee a 3-0 lead. 11:17 to go in the second quarter. Our score, Tennessee 3, Mississippi State 0. Back with the Tennessee kickoff when we come back. Tennessee, 10 plays, 47 yards, and the field goal, 36 yards officially by Daniel Lincoln. It's Tennessee's second drive of 10 plays or more in the last 4 games. So some improvement offensively on that drive, and Tennessee got points out of it. So the Volunteers will kick it off with Chad Cunningham to kick it off. Going right to left. As dropping deep, Derek Pegues for Mississippi State. Cunningham, 27th kickoff of the year. He has 3 touchbacks, and Cunningham approaches and bangs it high and long. A spinner that's going to be taken by Pegues at the 7-yard line to the 10, 15, 20. And he's going to be hit hard by Tennessee and dropped as he gets out close to the 30-yard line, and LaMarcus Thompson is the guy who hit him first. Pretty good coverage by Tennessee and a 21-yard return. And so here come the Mississippi State Bulldogs, led out by Tyson Lee. He was a junior college academic and All-American on the field in his junior college days at Itawamba, Mississippi Junior College. Outstanding high school player out of Columbus, Mississippi. Starred in football, baseball, and soccer. He was also student body vice president. So here's a toss sweep near side. Dixon, and Dan Williams brings him down for no gain. Operates under center on this 2nd down and 12. Swing pass left side complete to Dixon, trying to get some running room, and Tennessee's not going to let him turn the corner. Excellent defensive play by guess who? Eric Berry. They swung the pass out left to Anthony Dixon. He tried to make a move on Eric Berry, and he would have none of it, and brought down that big horse in the open field with a brilliant tackle. Out of the shotgun, Lee drops to throw. Tennessee with a corner blitz, but Lee still has time. Nobody's open. Lee is running around, look for somebody to pop free. Now he comes out right, dumps the pass that's complete to the 40-yard line, to the 42-yard line. The pass is completed to Brandon Henderson, the tight end, but he's going to be wrestled down at the 40. Looks like, depends on where they mark it. If they gave him his forward progress, he had to get it to the 40, and they're going to mark it on the other side of the 40. Tennessee 3, Mississippi State 0. The Bulldogs just called timeout. They got it 1st and 10 at their own 40-yard line. Hand up at the middle goes to Anthony Dixon. He makes a quick cut and then goes straight ahead and picks up about 8 yards. Chris Walker finally gets him around the ankles, but Dixon now starting to pick up some steam in this Mississippi State offensive line. Lee out of the shotgun. Lee, handoff, Dixon. Dixon cuts it against the grain, goes into Tennessee territory, and gets down to the 43-yard line. Boy, Tim, he really puts that foot in the ground and just turns it up, doesn't he?
He really does, and Tennessee basically has their 2 starting defensive tackles with any experience. They're playing them a lot more plays than they would if they could rotate, and if you get several long drives each half, it's going to wear them down. Mississippi State's running the ball better than they've run it all night.
That time Dixon just went hard to the left, planted his foot, and Alex Wilson overran it. and he was able to cut it back and get a first down to the Tennessee 43-yard line. Lee out of the shotgun. Handoff again. Dixon on the scissors play. Gets to the outside. A stiff arm to the 40 and taken out of bounds at the 39-yard line by Alex Wilson. All right, 2nd down and 5. Put the ball down at the 39-yard line. Fake a handoff to Decree. Lee looking for somebody to come open. Dumps the pass. It's going to be incomplete. Now a flag comes down as D'Angelo Willingham is wrestling Brandon McCray. It looked like that pass was not catchable because it was out of bounds. McCray got it, but then the flag comes down. So let's see what this call is. It was right along the sideline, Tim.
This is one that sure looked like it could only be caught out of bounds.
Defense, number 24. The penalty will place the ball at the spot of the foul and includes an automatic first down.
So a pass interference call, but Tim, it looked like that pass was out of bounds.
It looked that way, but Willingham has spent a lot of the time this fall with his hands on receivers, and they're going to call it if you bring that last. No, he got his foot down. He would have had his foot in bounds had he made the catch. You've got to keep your hands off of him until the ball gets there. That's about the 4th hold or interference penalty Willingham has had. I know he plays short side, and you got a lot of plays like that. You got to keep your hands off of him.
So put the ball down at the 30-yard line. 3-0 Tennessee leading, but Mississippi State in Tennessee territory for the 2nd time tonight. Out of the shotgun is Lee. Running backs on the other side. They hand it off to Decree going left. He turns it up, tries to get down to the 25-yard line. Alex Wilson again in the middle of that with Savion Frazier, a pickup of 4. Tennessee leads at 3-0. Lee out of the shotgun. Man in motion to the right. Now Lee drops to throw. Tennessee blitzing. Lee winds up and fires long down the left sideline. Too far for the intended receiver, Smith. Lee out of the shotgun. Lee rolls right. Here comes a blitz. Lee fires. That pass is going to be incomplete down at the 17-yard line. The pass was broken up by Eric Berry. Eric Berry jumps in front of Jamale Smith to knock that pass away. It would have been a first down, but Eric Berry, he's like a lightning rod coming through there.
Pretty good pressure out of Tennessee that time, Alex Wilson. And so Lee just really didn't get as much mustard on the throw as he'd like, and Berry saw it floating a little bit, broke up the pass.
Adam Carlson to try this field goal. It'll be from the 33-yard line, a 43-yard attempt. He's missed earlier tonight from 39. Trying to tie this game up. There's the snap. The kick's on the way. It's got plenty of distance, and that kick is good. So with 6:34 to go in the second quarter, we're knotted up. Tennessee 3, Mississippi State 3 under the lights at Neyland Stadium. And deep for Tennessee will be Lennon Creer and also Dennis Rogan. Eric Richards will kick it off for the Bulldogs, and he'll boot it from left to right. Driving end over end kick that's going to be taken back at the 2-yard line by Rogan to the 10, 15, 20. Rogan spins it out across the 25-yard line to the 27, and that's where Tennessee will have the ball, first down. And making the play was Zach Smith for the Bulldogs. Stevens under center, fakes a handoff and drops to throw. Fires, the pass is going to be at the 40-yard line. They say it's going to be a catch. Lucas Taylor makes the grab. Made a diving, sliding catch right in front of Coach Fulmer, and Coach Fulmer said, that's a catch all the way. He was doing a little officiating that time. Luke has got his hands underneath it, though, Tim.
It looked like it was a catch. When I saw it first time, I didn't think so. On the replay, it looks like it was.
So Taylor hauls in his 20th catch of the season, gives Tennessee a first down to the 39-yard line. Time of possession, Tennessee 7:26, Mississippi State 16 minutes in the game. Here's a handoff tailback. Arian Foster up the middle, fighting for yards, out to the 45-yard line. Good burst that time by the Tennessee senior. And Carlin Brown makes the play. Tim, Carlin Brown really is fun to watch on the film. I mean, this guy is 5'9", maybe 195, but he's everywhere.
Everybody that's listed 5'9" is really 5'8". But he's a player. He's making a lot of plays.
Second down and 5. Tennessee has it at its own 45-yard line in a 3-3 game. State's blitzing this time. They hand off to Foster, and he powers over right guard. And again, Carlin Brown at the bottom of the stack, along with K.J. Wright, the linebacker. Pickup of 4. Stevens under center. From the 48-yard line, handoff tailback, and Foster is going to be close, and I think he got his first down. Out to midfield. Didn't get it by much as he is taken down by Jesse Bowman. But Tennessee moves the sticks and the Volunteers keep the ball with 4:34 to go in the second quarter. Tennessee will get back into the shotgun with Nick Stevens. State brings everybody to the line of scrimmage, and here they come. Stevens drops to throw, winds up, fires a deep out pattern. That pass is incomplete, and here come the flags from all over the field. Austin Rogers running the deep out pattern. That was right in front of Tennessee coach Philip Fulmer, and he was jumping up and down to get the flags, and they finally came as Jasper O'Quinn had Austin Rogers wrapped up.
When that happens, almost invariably, it's not the hand reaching for the ball, it's the backhand comes around behind.
Interference on the defense, number 23. The penalty will be enforced from the spot of the foul and includes an automatic first down.
He's got his left hip hand on his hip, and that's so he can control the receiver. He slows down, impedes his progress just enough that he can make the play. They call it every time.
14 yards on the gain for Tennessee on that penalty. So the Volunteers now up to 36. Toss sweep near side. Arian Foster cuts it back against the grain and gets inside the 30 down to the 28-yard line. 2nd and 2. Tennessee from the Mississippi State 28-yard line in a tie game 3-3. Handoff Foster over right tackle. Foster breaks it down to the 20, down to the 15, and knocked out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. Arian Foster having a big first half. A pickup of 19 yards for the Tennessee senior. Zach Smith knocks him out of bounds.
Nice move by Foster. It looked like he was going to get stopped up early, but he weighs over 230. He's 215 in the program, but he weighs about 232. Really nice move to get to the outside and take it down inside the 10-yard line.
So Tennessee now has a 1st and goal at the 9-yard line. 3 minutes to go. Second quarter tied at 3. Stevens under center. Arian Foster is the tailback. Stevens sends a man in motion to the formation. That's the fullback, and they hand it up the middle to Arian Foster, maybe a yard. Shoved back by the middle of that Mississippi State defensive line. Cortez McCraney. Stevens under center. Play fake. Drops to throw. Rolls right. Being pressured. Now he's going to be sacked back at the 11-yard line. Mississippi State runs him down finally. And LaMarcus Williams is the guy who got him from behind along with the linebacker Tim Bailey. A loss of 4 on that play, Tim.
It just never really happened. The tailback Foster got his block, but nobody else on the right side of the offensive line seemed to get their block. There was pressure on the quarterback all the way. Just never really happened.
Stevens under center. His tailback is Arian Foster. State with a 3-man front. Now they bring a linebacker. Stevens back to throw. Sets up. Nobody open. He's going to roll right. Looking. Fires the ball deep into the end zone. Too far. Incomplete. The back corner of the end zone. Lucas Taylor was back there, but I think Stevens just threw it away. Nobody open. And that will send Daniel Lincoln out to try and give Tennessee the lead with a field goal attempt. Who hit his first attempt of the night from the 36-yard line. He'll try this one from the 18. This will be a 28-yard attempt. Snap is down. Daniel Lincoln boots it high and through. And so Tennessee takes the lead with 1:09 to go in the second quarter on Daniel Lincoln's second field goal of the night. 1:09 to go second quarter. Chad Cunningham kicks it off for Tennessee as the Volunteers lead at 6-3. The kick is a short one. It's going to be fielded by Mississippi State out to the 30-yard line. Tyson Lee back out running the show for the Bulldogs. Operating from his own 30-yard line. Lee back to throw. Lee sets up a screen. The pass overshot as Tennessee got great pressure again as they blitz from the outside. Wes Brown got in there. They tried to set up the screen, but Lee threw it over the head of the tailback, Anthony Dixon. 2nd and 10. Here in the second quarter, Lee, handoff, delayed to the tailback, and nothing there. Tennessee stops the run that time with Robert Ayers. Ayers, one of the 6 players named as permanent captains yesterday by Coach Philip Fulmer, and Ayers sheds a block and makes the tackle on Dixon.
That's your run out the clock play. Once that first down screen pass failed, Mississippi State said, we don't have a 2-minute offense to handle this. We'll just try to get a first down, run out the clock.
6-3 Tennessee lead. Tyson Lee hands off tailback. Dixon trying to get to the outside. The clock is running down, and Dixon's going to be wrestled to the ground for no gain. Now a penalty flag comes down. As they're running him out of bounds, a penalty flag comes down, and the half Tim can't stop on a defensive penalty.
It cannot. It may be Dixon grabbed the face mask of the tackler and pulled his helmet off. I'm not sure how this is going to go.
Face mask, and you're right, Tim, it was against Mississippi State.
Seldom do you see that, but that stiff arm turns into a grab the face mask sometimes, and this time he absolutely pulled, I believe it's Willingham's
D'Angelo Willingham's
helmet off.
So the clock is at 0-0-0.
Personal foul, face mask on the offense, number 24. The penalties declined into the first half.
And so that does it. As Anthony Dixon gets the face mask penalty, but the clock runs out, and this half is over.
Gentlemen, start your engines.
Ball's not up by much on the scoreboard. It is 6-3. Tennessee leading Mississippi State at Neyland Stadium. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of the first half highlights. All right, Tennessee in the first half with a lot of pressure on Mississippi State and starting quarterback Tyson Lee, who was knocked out for a short while. Alex Wilson right there. He leads Tennessee in tackles and feeling good about that. And then Nick Stevens on offense trying to make something happen. The sophomore making his third start with a nice scramble, setting up Daniel Lincoln from 37 yards out, and the Vols take a 3-0 lead. Anthony Dixon is a good-looking running back for the Bulldogs, and he gets them in position for a field goal. Adam Carlson hits from 43 yards out, and we're tied at 3 apiece. And then back the other way for Tennessee. Senior Arian Foster with 6 straight runs to get Tennessee down deep. The Vols can't punch it in, but Daniel Lincoln kicks another field goal, this one from 28 yards out, and your halftime score again. Tennessee leading Mississippi State 6-3. Statistically for the Big Orange, again, a good first half running the football after coming up with just 1 yard at Georgia. The Vols have 71 against the Bulldogs in the first half. Passing the football, Nick Stevens, 48 yards for Tennessee. The Volunteers also with 1 penalty. That's good news for just 8 yards. Individually, Arian Foster, 39 yards rushing for the Big Orange. Nick Stevens adding 17 yards on that scramble. Stevens also 5 of 10 for 48 yards. The Volunteers' time of possession, again, not getting as many plays as their opponent, at least so far, just under 13 minutes compared to 17 minutes for the Mississippi State Bulldogs. All right, the Vols by 3, trying to get that first win in Southeastern Conference play during this 2008 season. We'll see if they can do it. The second half kickoff is coming up next. Another knockdown drag-out for the Volunteers, leading the Mississippi State Bulldogs by just 3 points. We're about ready for the second half, and with the call, our Vol Network team of Bob Kessling, Tim Priest, and Mike Stoll.
Here's the opening kickoff, second half. It goes deep down to the 4-yard line to Dennis Rogan. Rogan back to the 30. Rogan gets out to the 40, and Rogan out near midfield. Dennis Rogan with a spark on the second half kickoff, and he rolls it out across the 45-yard line. A good 40-yard kickoff return by Dennis Rogan. And Terrell Johnson makes the stop and keeps the Fulton Flash from going all the way for a touchdown. So Tennessee will have excellent field position to start things here in the third quarter. Nick Stevens brings the team out. Stevens in the first half, 5 of 10 for 48 yards. And they'll operate at the 47-yard line. Montario Hardesty making the second half start, goes in motion, empties the backfield to the right. Stevens under center, drops to throw. 3-step drop, quick slant. That ball is juggled and incomplete. Into Mississippi State territory at the 49-yard line. Incomplete to Luke Stocker. So Tennessee in the first half. First 2 possessions punts. The second 2 possession field goals. Stevens going to try his tailback. Montario Hardesty trying to get to the outside. They string him out and they hit him out of bounds at midfield. A pickup of 3. Just wouldn't let him turn the corner. Marcus Washington strung it out. And then Keith Fitzhugh, the safety, comes up and knocks him out of bounds. So Tennessee will be faced with a 3rd down and 7 right at midfield. This is a Mississippi State team defensively. They run sideline to sideline pretty good.
Pretty not at defensive back and linebacker, not the biggest, but they can run.
3rd and 7, Tennessee right at midfield. Stevens out of the shotgun. He sends his fullback way out to the right. Stevens drops to throw, looks that way. Here's the blitz, and they throw a screen back the other way. And making the catch for Tennessee is Montario Hardesty. He fights his way into Mississippi State territory and out of bounds at the 40-yard line. Good play by Nick Stevens and a little screen pass to Montario Hardesty. Derek Pegues knocked him out of bounds. Stevens looked right, held the safeties there, and then he throws back left on the screen pass to Montario Hardesty. And so it'll be first down, Tennessee at the 38-yard line. Toss, sweep, right side, Montario Hardesty hitting hard down to the 33-yard line. Boy, what a hit by Keith Fitzhugh, but it was really Hardesty who just lowered his shoulder and took him on. Hardesty's coming out of the game after a strong run. He's given Tennessee a spark.
Gives you a little more speed than Foster on the corner, and there was a crack there. He got through it.
Pickup of 7 on first down. Tennessee trying to score on this first possession, second half. Second down, 3. Tennessee from the Mississippi State 31-yard line. Backs in the I formation. Arian Foster now in there for Tennessee. Stevens under center against a 5-man front. They try Foster. He pops it to the outside, and they're going to stack him up after maybe a pickup of a yard. Linebacker KJ Wright comes up and fills the hole. Wideouts on either side. Backs in the I formation on third down and short from the Mississippi State 30-yard line. Under center is Stevens. Hands it off to his tailback, and he's not going to get it. Arian Foster is stacked up. No gain.
There were 9 in the box that time. There were 9 in the box, and Tennessee was trying to pick up 2.5 yards against it. They got a half a yard at the most, maybe nothing, really.
So on fourth down and 2, Coach Fulmer is going to go for it. They'll try it from the 30-yard line. Tennessee's going to need right at 2 yards here. And so Nick Stevens backs into the shotgun on fourth down and 2. Opening drive, second half. Hardesty, the tailback to Stevens right from the Mississippi State 30-yard line. Stevens gets the snap, looks to throw, fires the slant pattern, complete down to the 21-yard line, complete to a diving Lucas Taylor. Good throw by Nick Stevens, a bullet to a slanting Lucas Taylor down to the 21-yard line, a pickup of 9.
Bob, 1 wide receiver each side, 2 tight ends. Both tight ends took off out in the flat. The wide receivers curled in. That cleared out a little zone there, and he hit Lucas Taylor.
Jasper O'Quinn made the stop, but now Tennessee marches for another first down. Deeper into Mississippi State territory to the 21-yard line. Tennessee leads 6-3. Opening drive, third quarter. Backs in the eye. Stevens hands off tailback. Hardesty hitting the backfield and barely gets back to the line of scrimmage. State really came shooting across the line of scrimmage. Second down and 9. Stevens under center. Back to throw. Stevens sets up, fires underneath the pass, batted down at the line of scrimmage, getting a hand on it. Cortez McCraney, he's batted down a couple tonight. 2 wideouts to the left, the wide side. State showing blitz. Stevens back to throw. Winds up deep out pattern. That's wide open down at the 5-yard line. Austin Rogers diving for the checkerboards. Touchdown, Tennessee. Nick Stevens hits Austin Rogers for his first touchdown of the season. Rogers caught it inside the 10 and just fought his way into the end zone for Tennessee's first touchdown of the night.
Bob, we're finding out when Gerald Jones got hurt that Austin Rogers has still got some moxie about him. Just a deep sideline cut. The cornerback played him a little bit soft, and Nick Stevens really threw it in there. I think his knee might have been down before the ball got across the goal line. It's very, very close.
That's what they're going to review right now, whether his knee touched. And so it'll be the officials to see. He caught the ball inside the 10, around the 8-yard line. He had to split 2 defensive players and then just dove for the end zone. And we'll see exactly whether... Well, I don't know. His knee was down, but Tim, it depends on how far he stretched the ball out.
After review, video evidence shows that the runner was down at the 1/2-yard line. It'll be Tennessee's ball, first and goal at the half.
I think that's the correct call. If you can't get it in on first and goal from the half-yard line, you don't deserve 6.
So take the touchdown away from Austin Rogers, and Tennessee's going to go to work first and goal inside the 1-yard line. Austin's knee was down. It just was a matter of where the ball was. Did it break the plane while he was extending it toward the goal line? So they rule him down. Tennessee goes first and goal from the half-yard line. Tight formation, backs in the I formation. Montario Hardesty, the standing tailback. Stevens will try him, and he powers his way into the end zone, but there is a penalty flag down.
It's at a spot where it's defensive offsides, lined up offsides, or you've got an illegal procedure, maybe not enough men on the line of scrimmage offensively. It sure looked like he was in the end zone.
They're stacking everything up and now unstacking them.
Offside on the defense. The penalty will be enforced half the distance to the goal. Repeat first down.
So apparently they ruled that Hardesty was not in the end zone, so it will be a replay of first down. He was close, but they put the penalty flag down, so now Tennessee will try it again. First and goal inside the 1 yard line. Actually, about the 4-inch line is where they're going to put it. Backs in the I formation. Stevens under center on first and goal. Backs in the I as Stevens gets the snap, tries again. Hardesty, this time he dives into the checkerboards. Touchdown, Tennessee. Montario Hardesty over left guard. Vaults his way into the end zone, and Tennessee expands its lead over Mississippi State on a brilliant drive to open up the third quarter. Tennessee leads it 12-3.
And don't forget, going back to the kickoff, 45-yard kickoff, or 40-yard kickoff return, by Dennis Rogan, really set them up in great field position. Nick Stevens hit 2 third down passes, 3rd and long, big plays.
Daniel Lincoln on to try the extra point. The kick is up and good. And so Tennessee expands the lead to 13-3. It's the first opening drive score either half for Tennessee so far this year. So productive first drive for Tennessee, and Tennessee expands the lead to 10. Break for our stations, our score. Tennessee 13, Mississippi State 3. Back in a moment. This is Tennessee football on the Vol Network.
Trade punts. We pick up our Vol Network coverage later in the third quarter.
Tennessee up by 10, 13-3 here with 5:33 to go in the third quarter. Mississippi State has the ball at its own 40-yard line, 1st and 10. Tyson Lee started off hot. On the first drive of the game, he had 56 yards passing. Since then, he's only passed for 25 yards as Tennessee has really dogged him, coming after him. Here's Lee. Back to throw. Pressure again. And sacked back at the 31-yard line. Robert Ayers. 4th sack tonight of Tyson Lee. He came back there and looked for some place to throw it. Nothing open. And then Robert Ayers barreling in on him. Sacked him from -9. 5th sack of the year for Robert Ayers. And so State back to its 31-yard line. Tim, it seems like Tennessee's made some adjustments, and they're finding out where Lee is. They're not letting him roll around back there.
They're not, and they're starting a freshman right tackle, a sophomore left tackle, and Tennessee's having a pretty good night against those two guys.
2nd down and 19. That's a loss of 9 on the sack. Lee is under center. Delay handoff, tailback to Cree, and he's going to get about 4 yards. And again, Wes Brown makes the tackle, a pickup of 5. These defensive ends tonight for Tennessee, Ayers and Martin and Brown and Walker, have all played very, very well for Tennessee.
This is Brown's best football game.
Yeah, I think so.
He's just played very, very well. He's playing with a sore knee. He's got a partial meniscus tear, and he's played through that pain. He's a tough young man, and another nice play by him.
Yeah, he probably will face surgery at the end of the year, but he said he wants to play, so he guts it out in practice every week and never takes off a snap. He's out there every single rep in practice as well. 3rd and 14, State from its own 36-yard line. Lee out of the shotgun. Here they come again. Lee sets up, fires it underneath. That pass complete to Dixon, the tailback, to the 48-yard line and stretches it out of bounds. Close to a first down. They say it's at the 49-yard line. There's a penalty flag down back.
They tackled
at the 27.
Tackled Wes Brown. I'm almost sure that's what the call is. He was beating the tackle again and just took him down about the time he was getting to the quarterback.
Back at the 26-yard line. This drive started at the State 40. Here's Lee out of the shotgun, drops to throw again. Sets up, being pressured again, breaks the tackle. Looks, fires the ball long down the sideline. That pass is going to be knocked away from the intended receiver, Smith, at midfield. Big play that time by guess who? Eric Berry. The ball hung up in the air, and Berry, like a heat-seeking missile, able to see that receiver and cracked him as soon as the ball got there, and Smith couldn't hang on.
Let's see the replay. I actually thought he might have cracked him right before the ball got there, but there was no call. It worked. Well, it's about perfectly timed.
So it'll be 4th and 24.
Really, by far the best pass rush Tennessee has shown all season. They are consistently getting there with 4 rushers.
4th punt of the night. for Blake McAdams. This is a short one that's going to bounce at the 38-yard line, take a right-hand turn, and it'll be down at the 38-yard line. 36-yard punt.
Bob, you got about a 22-yard pickup in the exchange of punts. Shows you what a weapon Britton Colquitt can be when he gets going.
Yes, State got the ball at its own 40-yard line, and so the punt only got them 10, 20, 23 yards or so, reversed the field position from where State got it. So now Tennessee has the ball in great field position, as Tennessee has it at its own 38-yard line, 1st and 10. Tennessee leading 13-3, 3 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Tennessee looking for its first SEC win of the season. Stevens under center, backs in the I formation. Stevens back to throw, straight drop, fires long down the right sideline. That pass is going to be caught down at the 18-yard line. A great adjustment by Denarius Moore while the ball was in the air. He's running stride for stride, pulls up as the ball was a bit underthrown, and Moore comes back to grab it. Another long play between Stevens and Denarius Moore. This one good for 45 yards.
Bob, wow, that's what we've been looking for. That's what you've been looking for. What a great adjustment by a young receiver coming back and catching that ball below his waist, really. Down low, really nice move.
Working with Jasper O'Quinn, he was able to make the catch, and Denarius Moore makes a great play, and Tennessee has it 1st and 10 at the State 17-yard line, already leading in the game 13-3. Handoff tailback. Nothing much for Arian Foster. Cortez McCraney, he's been all over the place, makes a nice play. That makes the stop. As Denarius Moore, he's already had a pass reception for 60 yards last week against Georgia and a 52-yard catch for a touchdown against Northern Illinois. So he's become the big play receiver in this Tennessee attack. Stevens now 10 of 17 for 136 yards on the evening. 2 minutes to go, third quarter. Tennessee leads 13-3, and the Volunteers have the ball at the State 17-yard line. Second down. Stevens under center, backs in the I. Fake it to the tailback. Stevens rolls left, fires that pass, almost intercepted down at the 8-yard line. He had two receivers out there. He had the fullback, and then he had Lucas Taylor going deep, and he threw the ball underneath, and Damon Glanton almost picked it off for Mississippi State. So I'm not sure where Nick was throwing that ball. Neither of the receivers, Tim, really looking at it.
No, that there were three receivers out. All of them were fairly well covered. He might want to think about just tossing that one down on the sideline, out of bounds.
So Tennessee trying to pick up a third down conversions for a 10 tonight. Third down and 10 for the Mississippi State 17-yard line. 1:46 to go in the third quarter. Stevens handled the shotgun against a five-man front for State. Stevens back to throw. Fires the deep out, and that pass through the hands of the intended receiver down at the 7-yard line, Austin Rogers. Austin went high for the pass, had a lot of mustard on it, and Austin just couldn't come down with it. So now Tennessee will send the field goal unit out.
Bobby, he just doesn't look like he's quite on rhythm. When he's throwing left, he just doesn't. I'm not sure why, but the ball sailed on him a little bit. Nick just doesn't look quite comfortable throwing the ball tonight. He was open that time. That was a tough throw, deep sideline cut, but it's the same play that got him down to the one previously.
Lincoln is hit from 36 and 28. Now Daniel Lincoln will try a 34-yard field goal right in the middle of the field. Snaps a good one. Lincoln hooks that one, and that's no good, off to the left. He hooked that one badly and missed it. And so the score stays. A Tennessee 10-point lead at 13-3. So State dodges one there. Then the Bulldogs will get the ball back. So Daniel Lincoln, coming into the game, was 5 of 9 on field goal attempts. He's 2 of 3 tonight. And State still within striking distance here with 1:34 left to go in the third quarter, and the Bulldogs take over again at the 20-yard line. State looking for offense. The Bulldogs had scored just a field goal tonight. Lay hands off tailback, and not much there. Anthony Dixon with Rico McCoy making the stop on Dixon. Dixon's one of those guys, he just gets the ball time after time, and he'll be sore in the morning.
State's best drives were 5 runs versus 2 passes consistently. When Tennessee puts them in pass situations, their front four has been able to beat the pass blocking of Mississippi State.
We're approaching 1 minute left to go here in the third quarter. Lee out of the shotgun. Here's the blitz again. Quick pass underneath to the tight end, Nelson Hurst. He grabs it, picks up 7. It'll be close to a first down. Nevin McKenzie makes the catch, makes the tackle, and again, that time Tennessee came with the blitz, and the tight end just came in the middle and sat down.
It did. They came with the blitz, and they got the pressure pretty quick, but what you got to do when you know the blitz is coming like that strong side linebacker, latch on your guy quick because they're not going to have very long to throw. You don't have to cover him 40 yards.
That's his first pass completion, Tyson Lee, since the second quarter. 10 minutes of the second quarter. Lee pressured in the backfield, gets away from one man. Gets up, still on his feet, looking for room and taken down at the 24-yard line. I think everybody in the Tennessee defensive line had a shot at him. Nevin McKenzie finally gets him. Gerald Williams was chasing him. Tennessee got a lot of pressure again. Rico McCoy was the first guy back there. And finally, after dancing around, Tyson Lee is taken down.
Rico missed him twice. When they look at that in the defensive film room, his teammates are going to get a laugh at him on that one.
And this will be the end of the third quarter as the Bulldogs are just going to watch the clock tick down. So we're through 3. Tennessee gets the only points of the third quarter as Montario Hardesty takes it in for a touchdown, would take it to the fourth, with Tennessee leading this SEC battle with Mississippi State 13-3 after 3. Lee back to throw. Looks, fires over the middle. That pass deflected and intercepted by Tennessee. D'Angelo Willingham picks it off the deflection. Still on his feet at the 45-yard line. Taken down by McCray. Big interception by D'Angelo Willingham, his third of the season. The Olowski drill, Tim. The ball's tipped and you go get it.
It was pretty good pressure again. It was 3 down linemen and 1 blitzing linebacker, but Lee tried to throw a deep crossing route, and it was tipped. Looks like it was Alex Wilson that tipped it, and then Willingham got the tip.
Tennessee with its 12th interception of the season. And so now Tennessee has the ball in Mississippi State territory at the 47-yard line.
Tennessee's defense has absolutely taken control of this ballgame.
No question about that. Now Tennessee trying to really deliver a knockout punch, leading 13-3. Montario Hardesty, the tailback. 1st and 10. Tennessee at the Mississippi State 47-yard line. Handoff Hardesty, taken down as he gets to the 45-yard line. LaMarcus Williams for Mississippi State makes the play. So D'Angelo Willingham makes the interception, and Willingham picks off his 3rd interception of the year. This secondary has played very well tonight. 2nd down and 8. Tennessee at the Mississippi State 45-yard line. Arian Foster, the standing tailback, 11 carries for 40 yards tonight for Foster. They'll try him, toss sweep near side, trying to get to the corner. He's going to throw the ball downfield, the pass off the fingertips, down at the 18-yard line of the intended receiver, Quinn Hancock. So Arian Foster rolling right, being chased, pulls up and then throws the ball long down this right sideline, and Quentin Hancock just can't run it down.
There's a reason Arian's a tailback, not a fullback, not a quarterback. Hancock was open. I thought he put enough air under it, he might catch up with it anyway, but the fans appreciated the call, even though they applauded the call, even though it was incomplete.
3rd down and 8. Tennessee at the Mississippi State 45-yard line. Clock stopped, 14:02 to go in the game. Stevens backs into the shotgun. 2 wideouts to the right. State a 3-man front, but they're going to blitz. Here comes Stevens, back to throw. Sets up, has time. His pass, a slant pattern, is incomplete. Deflected maybe by the linebacker, K.J. Wright, who steps in front of the intended receiver, Austin Rogers. So that pass is incomplete. A lot of mustard on it, but the pass incomplete.
That's one of those throws where you look out there and you see your guy running a curl route and you commit to throw it, and right at the last second you see the linebacker coming from the inside, so you throw it too far wide for your receiver to catch it, but that one was almost intercepted anyway. Boy, what a great opportunity that Tennessee just did not convert on.
Got the ball at the Mississippi State 47-yard line. Now Britton Colquitt in for his 4th punt of the night, trying to pin back the Bulldogs. He boots it high, a floater that's going to come down inside the 5, and Tennessee tries to keep it out of the end zone, but it's a touchback. And timeout, 13:43 to go here in the 4th quarter. Tennessee leading Mississippi State 13-3. Back in a moment. This is Tennessee football on the Vol Network. Mississippi State back with the football, 1st and 10 from its own 20-yard line. Pass underneath to Anthony Dixon. And Dixon running hard gets out to the 30-yard line. Pickup of 10 on that play. Rico McCoy makes the tackle, but a little safe pass underneath, and Dixon picks up good yards. Mississippi State before that play had only gained 8 yards in total offense this half. And so they get more than that on that one play. That's a pickup of 10. Dixon now has been a workhorse now for State, running the ball, 16 of 56 on the ground, and has also caught a couple of passes. Tyson Lee being pressured. Wes Brown chasing him. Lee gets away and then throws the ball into the Tennessee bench, incomplete. Again, great pressure by Tennessee's Wes Brown, forcing Tyson Lee to back up and go wide, and then nobody's open, and he throws the ball away downfield. It'll be 2nd down.
That time, Brown first went like he was going to go outside and then slipped underneath the tackle. He is absolutely schooling this right tackle for Mississippi State.
Quentin Salisbury's going to see 94 in his dreams tonight, racing by him. Here's Tyson Lee. He's hit just one of his last 7 pass attempts. It's 2nd and 10. State at the 30-yard line. Lee back to throw. Sets up, has time this time, looks and fires a deep out, almost intercepted by Brent Vincent. It was behind the intended receiver, the running back Christian Ducree, and they threw the ball behind him, and Brent Vincent broke on the ball, but the ball was a little bit underthrown.
I think when you've been harassed as much as he has tonight, you've been hit this many times, you've been sacked 5 times, I think you just kind of get off. This guy's running absolutely wide open. This is a throw he would have made earlier in the game, but I think once you punish him, it just takes something out of a quarterback eventually.
So he misfires on that one. State now 0 for its last 5 third down conversions. This one from the 30-yard line. Tennessee leading 13-3 with 12:59 to go in a game. And State trying to hang on the ball, but they've got to get 10 yards. Lee out of the shotgun, drops to throw. Lee being pressured. Lee trying to set up the screen. They're really chasing him back to the 10-yard line. Now Lee weaves his way. He's hit back to the 30. Lee makes a move on Nevin McKenzie, and now he's got a first down out to the 47-yard line. He's going to need some oxygen. After that run, Eric Berry finally buries him. He retreated from his own 30-yard line all the way back inside the 10. Looked like Fran Tarkington. Dating myself there, but he was just running around everywhere. Tennessee had 3 or 4 guys a shot at him. He picks up 18 yards finally on that scamper.
He made a lot happen. It was their biggest offensive play of this half. You can bet the house he's not throwing it and he's not scrambling this time. He's handing it off or pitching it to somebody. I just can't imagine they're going to try to make him run the football again.
Yeah.
Well, he's lined up like he might.
1st and 10, Mississippi State at the 48-yard line. What a play by Tyson Lee. Here's a double reverse. Now they throw it back to the quarterback. Tyson Lee winds up and fires the ball down the right sideline. That pass is going to be a diving catch down at the 37-yard line. So they try some trickery, the double reverse and then the throwback, and Anthony Dixon comes out of the backfield down the right sideline and makes a diving catch at the 36-yard line.
All of this is coming out of Tyson Lee's scramble, and this is by far the best penetration they've had, or the only penetration they've had in Tennessee territory in the second half. 7 points or 3 points, and State's within striking distance. You want to hold them right here.
Clock ticks under 12 minutes. Tennessee leads 13-3, but State's driving down to the Tennessee 36-yard line. That was a pickup of 16 on that double reverse pass. Tennessee with 6 men at the line of scrimmage. They hand the ball to Ducree, trying to get outside, and he is taken down for a loss. Tennessee again gets Chris Walker out there to turn him back in. That's a loss of 3 on the play. Alex Wilson also comes out there to help out. Tennessee, Tim on the corner, has really played well tonight. Not only the ends, but the cornerbacks as well, forcing the run.
They have. State has a freshman tight end also, and he has really not been able to seal that corner for him on that type of play very often.
11:07 to go, 4th quarter. Tennessee with 8 tackles for losses tonight and 5 sacks. They've really put the pressure on Tyson Lee and this Mississippi State offense. 2nd and 13, Lee back to throw. Pass over the middle, knocked away and intercepted. It was deflected and popped up in the air, and Eric Berry comes up with a football. Berry at the 40. He needs one block, gets it to the 20, to the 10, and Eric Berry's going to take it all away for a Tennessee touchdown. Big play Eric Berry, 74 yards on the interception return. What a player.
This guy is maybe the best football player I've ever seen. He just makes play. This ball is tipped, and he gets it right off of the ground. It bounces off of Alex Wilson's knee, it looks like. He gets tripped up and then just kind of starts weaving his way, and he got some terrific blocks. What a football player. This guy is unbelievable.
74 yards on the interception return for Eric Berry. That's his 5th of the season, his 10th in his Tennessee career. And he now has set the Tennessee and the SEC return record as Daniel Lincoln bangs home that extra point. He now has 399 return yards, which is the all-time record. He beats Bobby Wilson of Ole Miss, his record, which was set back in 1946 through 49. So Eric Berry, the only thing he's got left now is the NCAA record, which is 501, set by Terrell Buckley of Florida State back in 91. Eric Berry makes it a 20-3 game with 10:37 to go in the fourth quarter. Break for our stations. Back in a moment. This is Tennessee football on the Vol Network. 20-3, Tennessee leads after Eric Berry just puts a jolt into the stadium with that interception return, officially 72 yards. Britton Colquitt now will kick off for Tennessee. Cunningham had done the previous kickoffs. Britton will try this one. Going from left to right, a spinner. That's going to be a short kick. Pegues has the ball bounce. It's going to roll and go into the end zone where he'll down it. Boy, State was lucky on that. That's a free ball. And it bounced, the little mix-up, bounces at the 10 and rolls into the end zone. State will have it on the touchback. 1st and 10, Mississippi State from its 20 now, down 20-3. Here's Lee rolling right. Pass underneath, that pass complete to the tight end, or to Aubrey Bell, the wide receiver. Hit hard down by Andre Mathis. No gain on that play. Mississippi State with 49 yards in this half, and just two interceptions for Tennessee has really throttled them as well. Here's a handoff to Dixon up the middle. And Dixon gets across the 25-yard and make that DeCray across the 25 out to the 26. Downstairs to Mike.
Yeah, Bob, Quentin Salisbury, the right tackle for Mississippi State, is absolutely getting schooled by Wes Brown right now. Wes Brown has gotten him quick around the edge several times. He's beaten him outside. Now Wes is taking him outside, faking inside, going inside, and Salisbury does not have an adjustment for that. And when you start getting back on your heels as an offensive tackle, you're in deep, deep trouble. Wes Brown is taking advantage of it.
He's not the only guy on this offensive line for Mississippi State in deep trouble right now. Tennessee's getting after him. 3rd down and 2. Lee, a quick pass. That's intercepted at the 30-yard line. Demetrius Morley's going to take it in for a Tennessee touchdown. Tennessee's returned 2 interceptions for scores here in the second half. And the Volunteers now lead at 26-3. Morley gets the interception and returns it 31 yards for a Tennessee touchdown.
That was a bad throw. It was behind the receiver, short behind, and Morley just had him read all the way. Had it picked out. They are absolutely, this quarterback is shaking. And I think it all goes back to he's been getting his block knocked off all night long, starting in the first quarter. He's been sacked and chased and knocked down.
Demetrius Morley, his 2nd interception of the season. And now Daniel Lincoln on for the extra point. That kick is up and through, and Tennessee's defense has outscored Mississippi State in this game 14-3. As Eric Berry and now Demetrius Morley have returned interceptions for touchdowns. 9:10 to go in the fourth quarter. Tennessee leads Mississippi State 27-3. The last time Tennessee returned 2 picks for a touchdown in a game was against Hawaii back in 1972. Interestingly enough, Tennessee's done it on a couple of occasions. They did it against Florida in 1970, Penn State in 71, and South Carolina in 71. So Tennessee has never done it 3 times in a game, and they might have a chance to do it on this possession.
3 of those secondaries were coached by Gary Wyatt, who retired last year, who was one of the best secondary coaches ever at Tennessee.
Tennessee kicks it off again. That ball's going to come down to the 7-yard line, and Pegues fields. Pegues has spun off his momentum, and then he's taken down. LaMarcus Thompson has been all over the place on special teams tonight, and he makes another tackle, but it was Denarius Moore who really got down there and spun Pegues off his feet, slowed him down, and then he was taken down by LaMarcus Thompson. Lee tonight was 12 of 23 for 114 yards, but 3 straight interceptions. Carroll winds up, he fires. That pass is batted away, intended for Coeric Riley. Carroll now is 0 for 4 on the game. He was 0 for 3 in the first quarter when he came on in relief of Tyson Lee, who was injured and shaken up at that time. Carroll out of the shotgun fires. That pass is underneath, a diving catch made by Christian Decree, but it's for a very short yardage.
I think the key has been the consistent pressure on the quarterback. That's really upset State's offense.
3rd and 4. Carroll rolls right, looks, still looks. Nobody open, and he fires the pass downfield. That ball's knocked away and almost intercepted by Eric Berry, who cuts in front of Brandon McCray along the sideline. Good pressure again that time. Ben Martin was chasing Wesley Carroll, and the Bulldogs are going to have to send the punting team out again. Downstairs to Mike.
Bob, exactly why Tennessee's defense is so fresh. You got to contribute it to the offense for Tennessee. They've been able to have 3 long drives. Tennessee's defense in the fourth quarter has not been on the field as much. They're fresher. They're getting after the quarterback.
I think you're right. 8:22 to go. Tennessee leads 27-3. There's the snap. It's a high snap. As McAdams gets it, his punt is high and short, and it's going to roll dead at the Tennessee 49-yard line. Just a 27-yard punt by Blake McAdams as Tennessee came after it. In fact, somebody might have gotten a finger on it. Stevens under center, backs on an offset I with Lennon Creer, the tailback. They try Creer up the middle. Picking his way, and Creer pushes the pile and gets it close to the 40-yard line. 1st and 10, Tennessee, after that Lennon Creer run at the Mississippi State 41-yard line. They try him again. Creer, this time, hit and dropped after a pickup of just a couple. Handoff, tailback, and Creer pops it down to the 30-yard line and spun down. That'll be a first down gets it down to the 28-yard line. 6:20 to go in the fourth quarter. Tennessee leads 27-3. Handoff, Creer pops it again, gets it down and falls forward down to the 24-yard line maybe. Stevens under center, tries his tailback again, and Creer is hit, falls forward, and he'll be short of the first down. He was hit by Zach Smith, the safety man. Tennessee at the Mississippi State 21-yard line. Stevens under center. Stevens, toss sweep, left side, Lennon Creer turns it up. Creer close to a first down as he dives ahead. Remember last week, Tennessee only had 1 yard rushing against Georgia. Tonight, 122. And split between the 3 tailbacks. Handoff Creer up the middle. Creer to the 15 and hit down as he gets down about to the 12-yard line. Zach Smith, the safety again, comes up and makes the play, trying to get the feeling back in his left arm. He's probably got a little stinger. State calls a timeout with 4:47 to go.
Not sure I understand that one. They're going to score 4 times in 4:47. Well, it gives Tennessee's offense a chance to score again.
2nd down and 4. But Tennessee set the tone with that opening drive in the third quarter to get some breathing room, and it just poured on more steam here in this fourth quarter. Stevens under center on 2nd and 4. Handoff, tailback, stuffed at the line of scrimmage and maybe gets a yard. Lennon Creer. Pickup of 1 as Carlin Brown makes the stop, and now another timeout. With 4:38 to go in the game. The ball at the Mississippi State 11-yard line. Stevens under center and his back's in the I formation. Lennon Creer standing tailback. They'll give it to him. Creer behind a big push, gets it down to the 2-yard line. Zach Smith pins him, but Lennon Creer running hard picks up 9 yards. He has looked very, very good tonight. And so it'll be 1st and goal for Mississippi State. Creer now 14 rushes for 63 yards. Coming into the game, he'd rushed for the entire season only 15 times for 118 yards. So he's got 14 carries tonight. So Tennessee has it 1st and goal and put it down at the 3-yard line. Power formation, backs in the I. Into the game, the fullback, Austin Johnson. They give it to Creer up the middle, and he's going to be stuffed. On 2nd down, goal from the 1. Stevens under center. Stevens hands the ball, and Lennon Creer fights his way toward the end zone. They say he's not in. He's going to be short. They're going to unstack him, and it's going to be 3rd down and goal. Stevens now on 3rd down and goal under center. Backs in the I formation. Stevens hands off, tailback. Lennon Creer pushing for the goal line, and he still didn't get in. Now they say touchdown. Second effort by Lennon Creer. He was stuffed on that initial surge, and then he just fought his way into the end zone. And Tennessee scores again here in the second half on another drive that featured Lennon Creer time after time after time, and he finally takes it in for the score. 12 plays, all Lennon Creer. 12
plays, 51 yards. That's pretty tough running. If Lennon's been worried about not getting too many calls, he made up for a lot of it right there.
Here's Daniel Lincoln on for the extra point, trying to make it 34-3. Waiting for the snap, and there it is. The kick on the way, and Daniel Lincoln boots it up and through. So Tennessee's impressive second half continues as Tennessee gets the touchdown run by Lennon Creer and the extra point. And now with 2:39 to go, our score is Tennessee 34, Mississippi State 3. Fans, for the very best in Big Orange videos, look for the complete line of Vol Network home entertainment products at participating JCPenney stores located across the state of Tennessee. From the Big Orange videos on DVD to VHS to CDs, you'll find a wide range of exciting UT titles and products to choose from. If a JCPenney store is not in your area, you can shop Vol Network store at volnetwork.tv. Here's the kickoff, another short one as Robinson fields and gets up and fumbles the football. It's out across the 42-yard line. Tennessee fighting for it, and we'll see. Wesley Carroll in at quarterback. They'll hand on. No, he keeps it. Coming around the near side and taken down on the scissors play is coming up to make the play was Adam Myers-White for Tennessee. 2nd down and 5. 2 minutes to go in a game. Carroll, handoff underneath. Goes to that freshman tailback, Bonner, and he'll pick up short yardage. Pickup of 1. Last 3 times State has come in at Neyland Stadium, Tennessee has handled them quite easily, and tonight, same story. It's 34-3. Here's Carroll winding up and firing long down the left sideline. Pass deflected and almost intercepted at the 35-yard line as Marcellus Johnson into the game had a chance to pick that pass off. State brings the punting unit out again with Blake McAdams. Adams will stand back at his 33-yard line and gets the snap and bangs a high wobbly kick that's going to bounce at the 10, take a left-hand turn. It's going to turn out to be a very good punt down at the 3-yard line. B.J. Coleman, the freshman from Chattanooga, gets a chance to play quarterback. Comes in a pretty tough spot. His team backed up at the 3-yard line, 1st and 10. Torrin Poole's into the game now at tailback for Tennessee. 4th tailback of the night. He'll get the ball, looking for some running room. Going to be stacked up and hit by Fitzhugh at the line of scrimmage. A loss of 1. B.J. Coleman under center, backs in the eye, and they hand the ball to the tailback. Poole just gets outside the goal line area, and then he's shoved back, but that'll be the final play of the game. As the clock will tick down, 5 seconds to go, as Philip Fulmer going to go out and shake hands with Sylvester Croom. Coach Fulmer celebrating his 150th victory at Tennessee as the Volunteers, in impressive fashion in the second half, overwhelm Mississippi State. Tennessee wins it tonight at Neyland Stadium, 34-3.
All right, certainly a special night for number 14, sophomore Eric Berry. All right, tell me about the interception return for a touchdown. Man. That was something special.
I mean, we got great pressure up front, and I think the ball got tipped by Ellis Wilson, and I was just running to the ball and just popped in my hands. And I thought I was going to fall down, but I just kept my feet going and had great blocking downfield and just took it in the end zone.
I don't know if you know this, but set the record for career returns in the SEC for first time since 1949. Pretty impressive.
I'm just excited for myself and my teammates. You know, it was a team effort, the whole goal. I mean, we got pressure up front week in and week out, and they just let me do my thing. So, I mean, it's a team effort.
I was going to tell you, at the beginning of the second half, the way you guys set the tone in the second half, that was terrific.
Yeah, we were just trying to have fun. That was the main thing. Coming out in the second half, having fun and having that confidence and swag. So that was the main goal.
All right, Eric Berry and the Tennessee Volunteers picking up a big win. The ball's improving to 3-4 overall. More importantly, their first win in Southeastern Conference play. The Volunteers are right back here next Saturday. It is rival Alabama, ranked number 2 in the country, coming in here to take on the Big Orange. For our entire Vol Network team, I'm Rick Russo saying so long from Neyland Stadium. We'll see you next time.